Hey everybody, day 9 of Interesting Point of View. So let's talk more. I spoke yesterday about being aware of the judgments and the points of view that you have about you. And I think for a lot of people, sort of an opening up of a can of worms, because there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of judgments. I mean, most of us judge ourselves more than, far, far more than we judge other people. And there's so many layers and we call them refined judgments in Access Consciousness, these judgments that don't seem as obvious or as gross until you start to get into the kind of exploring judgment so that you can change it, and then you find out, whoa, there's a lot more there than I thought. And that can also be this moment where you for me today, I had a day where there was a lot of judgment of me and my world, and I wasn't using Interesting Point of View. And this is where it's just get back on the horse, choose again, recognize that you have choice every 10 seconds and go, oh, right. For me, I was okay, I kind of forgot to use this tool because I'm getting into some of the deeper stuff now. And sometimes when we get underneath, when you start something like this, a 30-day, challenge, it's you start and you're gung-ho, and then you get into the middle part of it and it's sort of but this is where you want to, for me at least, I'm okay, I'm going to turn it up even more now, and I'm keep going, because it's easy to sort of just fall off the wagon, or get out of the habit, or be oh, I'm not doing it right, or I'm not doing it well enough, so fuck it, I'm just not going to do it. But what if you could actually turn it up in terms of be even more present with the subtler energies and the subtler judgments, and go right into Interesting Point of View with yourself around all of that. Someone was asking in the thread, how do you know what judgments are there that you didn't realize were there? How do you get to that stuff? Well, you get to it by just committing to the practice, committing to the tool, committing to being present, and going, okay, cool, I'm doing this, I'm choosing this, no matter what, no matter how much the point of view, no matter how much I love it, or how much I use it to define me, or how much I really want to hold on to it, or how much I want to use it to make me right, or how much I want to use it to make other people wrong, or how much I want to use it to make me wrong, or other people right. I'm gonna get to the space of Interesting Point of View. And the cool thing is that hopefully you guys have been practicing and playing with it enough that you have a sense of using the tool to get to space. And so when things, with things that are a little trickier, or they feel more kind of embedded or more solidified, it's keep looking for that sense of space, and it may be may take more eye-popping to get to, but keep looking for the sense of space and keep expanding the space, because sometimes when you do something like this for a period of time, you start to notice judgment way more than you ever did before, and you may go through a phase where you feel oh my God, I'm getting more judgmental, but it's just more stuff is coming up, more stuff is bubbling to the surface, so that you can be present with it and give it space and give yourself space with it. So hopefully that helps, and I'll see you tomorrow.